Okay, I want to give a brief check-in about the readings. So, recitatif is really interesting. I hope you looked up that word. It's basically, I believe it's a musical term for a repetition. As you may have noticed in that story, there's a repetition of not, well, definitely of memories, but also Twyla and Roberta keep entering each other's lives. But there's also this kind of interesting refrain of um, race. So there's race is very apparent to the story, but Toni Morrison intentionally kind of obscured and didn't make clear which character was what race. So we know one of them is black and one of them is white, but she doesn't tell us which one. So I want you to think about why that might be. And then, of course, what it means that we only see things from Twyla's perspective and not from Roberta's perspective. Roberta is a character that we get to know through Twyla's memory, through Twyla's encounters, and through Twyla's report, right? So because it's a first-person point of view, we only know Roberta through Twyla, and the whole story plays with memory and time and what is accurate and what is not. Lusus not try. I by the way, your responses are getting better and better. Good job, everybody. I'm not seeing anybody talk about the end of Lusus Not Try. I don't know if I'm saying that right, by the way. But I wanted to just let you know really quickly that there is, at the end when she's talking about, one person mentioned this and quoted it, but I don't know if we got to the meaning of it. She talks about, what if in heaven everyone looks like me? What if I'm normal there? What if angels look like me? What a surprise that would be. She's talking about that because she is contemplating ending her life. And so whether or not we think she does, I think is up for debate, but I just didn't want to gloss over that detail. And then how to talk to your mother. Man, what a piece. So really interesting. It plays with time in a really interesting way. It plays with perspective and point of view in an interesting way. It's written in the second person. Who is the author talking to? I think the author is maybe talking to herself. I mean, not the author, but the character. Who's the character talking to? The character is maybe talking to herself, which I think is interesting. But it starts in the present after the character's mother's death and moves backwards to basically conception and birth of the character from the mother. And I just think there's a really beautiful way that Lori Moore has used both point of view, character. We learn a lot about the character through the way that she speaks, even though it's not first person, it's second person. And just the really interesting choice to use second person I found fascinating. So that was just a quick review, discussion of the works that you read. More later about the works coming up.